Dragon Ball Xenoverse is an extremely popular game that really reinvigorated the Dragon Ball community. And even though we've had a few hoaxes, and we may not see the game for another year or year and a half, people want Xenoverse 2. So on this video, I want to talk about my 5 Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 story/mission ideas that I want to see in the game. We're not talking about the gameplay here. There's lots of people who have done videos about this, talking about what kind of gameplay elements they want to have changed in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. I want to talk about what storylines from the Dragon Ball universe I want to see and I want to play in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Now, those of you who have been following the community for some time, you know that Xenoverse and Mira and Towa and those characters all come from Dragon Ball Heroes. So some of these ideas that I have are going to come from storylines that are already established in the Dragon Ball Heroes and Dragon Ball Online video games from the past. And the first one I want to talk about is I would love it if in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 we saw the Kame no Saiyajin storyline. And for those who don't know what that is, in the Dragon Ball Online game and in Dragon Ball Heroes, Towa actually saves Bardock from being destroyed by Frieza right as Planet Vegeta blew up. He actually saves Bardock, brainwashes him, and turns him into a villain. And in the game, you have to fight Bardock. Eventually, Bardock becomes free and rebels against Towa. I would love to see that storyline in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Number 2, I want, and this is controversial, but I want to see Cell X. Now, those of you who don't know what Cell X is, prepare to have your mind blown. So, according to Dragon Ball Online, at some point around age 1000, Towa actually resurrects Cell from harvesting Goku's DNA, and basically Towa modifies Cell into Cell X. And Cell X is this giant, ridiculous-looking spider thing that you fight in the game. It just looks so over-the-top, like crazy fan fiction. But I gotta be honest, for a movie or for a TV show, a little bit too much. But for a video game, I want to fight this thing in the game. I want to have an epic boss battle with Cell X. I think that would be a great storyline they could bring in from Dragon Ball Online. Number 3. Now, I'm pretty sure that when we see Xenoverse 2, I'm pretty sure that we're going to get the Resurrection F arc or the Resurrection F movie incorporated into the game. But I don't want that. I mean, I do want it, but I also want Universe 6. I want Demigra, Mira, and Towa to go into Universe 6 and start fucking with some shit. Maybe not necessarily Universe 6, maybe one of the other universes, but I think it would be great content if they actually went in and started screwing around with a different universe and you have to make the changes. That would be great. Now, the 4th story idea that I would love to see in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is a Jocko quest. I love Jocko the Galactic Patrolman. Anybody who has been a viewer of my channel, you know how much I love Jocko. And if you saw Resurrection F, surely you love him too. And if you don't have the Jocko manga, go pick it up. But those of you who have read the manga, you know that there is a strict policy in the Galactic Patrol that you cannot screw around with the timeline. You can't time travel. And I think it would be interesting if the Galactic Patrol had like a beef with the Time Patrol, because I don't believe they're the same entity at all. And maybe they could do something where Jocko has to get involved because Mira, Towa, and Demigra are screwing around with the timeline. What better way than to give Jocko more missions and more things to do? He's not that powerful, but giving him his own group of missions I think would be just fantastic and fun to play. And number 1, my number 1 thing I want to see in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 as far as storylines go, I want to see them go all the way back to the original God, the original Super Saiyan God. I want to see how they're going to portray that. In fact, I think it would be brilliant if they don't show the original God in any material until Xenoverse 2. Can you imagine how much money they would make if they promoted this thing by saying the original God, the original God? You're going to get to see it. You're going to get to see the story unfold. Demigra, Mira, and Towa, or whomever the villains are going to be, go back in time and try to screw around with the original God. Maybe they could throw like the original Whis in there. There's a different one. There's just so much potential. That needs to be like the final mission in the game. The original God. Maybe they convert him into evil and you have to fight him. I don't know, but that's what I want to see in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Let me know what you think down below. Give me your thoughts. What 5 storylines do you want to see in the game when it comes out? Thank you for watching, and I will catch you down the road. Hey, Super Tubers, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and spread the word about the channel, and find me on these social media platforms.